to my latest video. Today we're going to make some Halloween crafts. First one is a paper bat and spider project. You're going to need black paper, white paper, some black yarn, a glue stick, a hot glue gun, some orange ribbon, some scissors, some googly eyes, and obviously some hot glue. So let's clean up and get started. First, you want to cut out the template. I have a link to that in the top right corner, or it's found in the description. Or you could make your own designs and cut those out too. Once you have those cut out, you want to take your designs and trace them onto a piece of black cardstock paper. If you made your own designs, you could skip this step by using the black cardstock paper to make your designs. Once you have those traced, it's time to cut them out. Alright, so those are all cut out, and now it's time to add some faces. You'll need the white paper and the scissors, and I'm going to cut out some teeth for the bat. The trick to getting both teeth to be the same size and shape is to cut the first one, and then you can use that one to be a template for the second one. His teeth look a little big, but I think it'll be okay for this one. And now I'll need to glue those down. And now to make some teeth for the spider. I'm going to make these teeth a little bit smaller because I want him to have a full smile. And I'll glue those down as well, as long as I don't lose them. Now to give these guys some eyes. So I have two different sizes of googly eyes, and I got out my hot glue gun so that we can make this easier. I feel like the spider might need more than two eyes, so I'm going to give him two big eyes and two smaller eyes. And for the bat, I think just two big eyes? Yeah, two big eyes. The small ones are too small in comparison to his teeth. Alright, and just glue those on. And now I want to be able to hang these, so that's why I have the ribbon out. This piece is roughly 16 inches long, and I'll use that for the bat. And for the spider, I'm going to use the black yarn, and I'm not really measuring this, but I know I want to put a loop on the end, and then we'll glue it to the back of the spider. Alright, so let's turn these guys around. They're ready to go and be hung up as Halloween decorations. Alright, so that brings us to craft number 2. This one you're going to use some black yarn, some orange ribbon, some scissors, some black buttons, 2 yards of white fabric, a hot glue gun, and some hot glue sticks. So first you want to take the white fabric and lay it out fairly flat so you can cut roughly a 12 by 12 square. And we're going to use this to make some fabric ghosts. And this doesn't have to be perfect. I actually prefer it when the edges are a little bit rough. And what's great about having the 2 yards of fabric is that you can make quite a few of these. Usually, roughly cutting the fabric, I can get about 24. So now that we have the fabric cut, I want to take the orange ribbon, measure out roughly 16-17 inches of ribbon and cut that. And we'll take the fabric and we'll pinch it in the center and kind of pull it together loosely and use the ribbon to do the rest of the work by tying it in a bow around his neck. And as long as you get the bow right, you can kind of fix the overall look of the ghost once it's tied. So once you have your ghost, it's time to give him some eyes. So I like to use buttons, and I have 2 buttons here that match, and I'm just going to hot glue those on. Alright, and the last thing to do is add a piece of yarn to the back. This I'm going to cut to about 8 inches. Okay, and here's our finished fabric ghost. And that brings us to our last craft, which is just a last minute t-shirt design. For this I used a solid black t-shirt and some glitter fabric paint. So I'm just going to freehand design this and work it into something that resembles a spider web. Usually I don't like using the 3D fabric paint because it ends up looking pretty globby when you're done with it. But I'm just doing this quick. I'm probably just going to wear this to sit in my office on Friday. So I think the shoulder's done, so I'm going to flip this around, and I think I'm just going to do the opposite corner just to balance it out. Alright, one last thing to finish this off. I don't think a spider web design would be complete without the spider. So I'll just finish that up, and I think I'll be done. This is going to dry different than how it looks now, so I'll post on Instagram. See you next week.